Alright, seatbelts are fastened. Fuel shutoff valve is on. Cyclic and collector friction is off. Alright, good. Alright, rotor brake is disengaged. Circuit breakers are all in. Carb heat is off. Mixture is full rich. Mixture guards installed. Landing lights are off. The non-avionic switch is off. The clutch is disengaged. The altimeter is set for field elevation. Governor switch is off. Alright, just fluid, so I'm not going to give any twists. Alright. So, battery and strobe is on. Area is clear. Clear! Clear! You need to train me to think like a helicopter pilot. That might be hard, but I know you can do it.
How many hours in are you?
Right.
If it didn't happen by now.
Oh no, it's a lifelong process. Okay, clutch lights on, we're going up to 70.
Hayward Tower, Skyhawk Base Flight 31, Dublin 2300, landing Quebec.
Okay, we're in the green, so I'm going to do the mag check stuff.
For runway 28 right, report off state.
1,000, 2, 1,000, good. 1,000, 2, 1,000, good. Back to both.
Okay, hang on. What are your RPMs supposed to be at when you check that?
I do it at 77, so it goes down 7% and get 70.
Okay, what is it? Does it say right here what it should be?
7% max in 2 seconds.
I drop at 75.
75. Oh, so don't go more than 75.
You go to 75.
Alright. So do it from 75.
Do it from 75.
Alright, here, let's do it again. Okay, 1,000, 2, 1,000.
There you go. You get a much nicer drop from there.
Oh, I mean, you won't get as much drop.
Well, when you were up at 70, like it barely even moved.
It didn't hardly drop.
Yeah.
Oh, you want, because we want to see a drop.
Yeah, we want to see a drop.
1,000, 2. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so no drop is good too. It's
Nope.
bad too.
No drop is bad
No
too.
drop is bad too.
Yep.
What does that mean if there's no drop?
It could be that your mag is faulty. It's, you know, you could be running on one mag right now and not even realize it.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So if you don't see a drop, maybe you're only on one mag.
You could be, you know, but either way, there's something going on with your mags if you don't have a drop.
Right,
A lot of times, you know, because I've seen it happen before where it's like you turn it and nothing's happening and it's actually just not turning it off. So there could be something else there too. There's all kinds of things, but you want to make sure, you know, follow your checklist, right?
Okay, so you do want to see a drop.
Yeah.
Okay, carb heat check. So we also want to see a RPM drop with the carb heat.
Well, more importantly, we're looking to make sure our carburetor heat's moving here, and that's a secondary thing that we're going to notice that you know, so it's like check that, make sure that you're getting carb heat there, and then check that, and it's secondary.
Already at the top, so it's kind of, I did see it move from the
I saw it
top of
climb,
the, yeah.
All right. And 2% from 75, or 7% 2 for 75 is going to be what, 68?
Yeah, just drop
November
4 degrees.
45 with you inbound, 2.7 from Fenra.
Citation 1245, Hayward Tower, number 2, following a...
Altimeter 2996. Visitor approach runway 2 left and east, landing runway 28. 2 obstruction towers in the vicinity airspace, check notice for more information. Attention, all aircraft has weather information available on flight service frequencies advised on this contact. If you have information, get back. Airport information, Quebec, time 1950 Zulu,
Hard for me to
wind
see that.
2604, visibility 8.
Dude, it was
My
like a 6
progressive, my progressive lens is
Temperature 222.15, altimeter 2996. Visitor approach runway 2 left and east, landing runway 28.
you don't need reading glasses.
2
You're
obstruction
not
towers in
that
the
old.
vicinity airspace, check notice for more information.
That was like a 16th of an
All
inch.
aircraft has weather information available on flight service frequencies advised on this contact. If you have information, get back.
Alright, spray clutch check.
He's calling me from Rochester, New York.
Airport information, Quebec, time 1950 Zulu, wind 2604, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 222.15, altimeter 2996. Visitor approach runway 2 left and east, landing runway 28. 2 obstruction towers in the vicinity airspace, check notice for more information. Attention, all aircraft has weather information available on flight service frequencies advised on this contact. If you have information, get back. Airport information, Quebec, time 1950 Zulu, wind 2604, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 222.15,
22.
altimeter 2996. Visitor approach runway 2 left and east, landing.
Alright, so 22.6, 23.5. 23.5 is what we're...
Okay. Remember when you do your split, make sure that you let it come all the way down and see where you're idling at. When you do your
What do you mean
clutch.
idling at? You mean bring the throttle all the way down to the idle
Yeah, when you do your sprite clutch check,
Yeah.
you're bringing it all the way down to the D10, right?
Oh, okay.
Not into the D10, but you're bringing it down to the D10. You know, give it a second, let it come down, let us see where it idles at.
Okay, let's do that.
So we see the split, and yeah, just let it come down. Be patient with it. Because I personally would want to know right now if I brought it all the way down, if it's going to go down and
Oh, to like
Cut out.
low, like below 50 or something.
yeah, it's
Like
a lot.
if it's off the scale, then we're gonna worry because if we go roll into the G10, it's like, oh,
Cessna
Oh.
58 Victor,
Also,
number
idle
2,
too
If
low.
I go out and I practice auto rotations and then
Number 2, runway to a left.
We don't want it too low.
No.
Side A Victor.
all right. So I'm under 15 inches of manifold pressure. Yeah, Quebec. Okay. The frictions are off. Governor is on. Warning lights are out. So I am going to roll up.
Cessna 58 Victor, your traffic that follows ahead to your left about a mile.
Traffic inside 58 Victor.
All right, low rotor warning horn. Do I have to wait for the clutch light to go out before I do that?
Yep.
Okay.
That would be a warning light. So
Okay.
down here where it says warning lights out,
Yeah.
Bay Flight 31, right at Echo.
It's
contact
just
ground
off
point
the
4.
stop. Once it's off the stop,
Right at Echo Point 4.
right, you don't have to raise it an inch. It's just off
correct.
the stop.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, Quebec.
Clear left.
All right, clear left, clear right. Right on top of the green, the green, fuel. Hold on.
Citation 245, left 1 able, contact ground point 4.
245.
22.
Yeah.
Okay, satisfied with 22. Alright. Clear left for a right pedal turn.
Hayward Tower, Grumman A1183, Cal State. Grumman 183, number 1, runway 28 right, clear to land. Clear to land, number 1, 28 right, Grumman A1183.
Hayward Tower, helicopter 4790 Sierra Hotel at Meridian, requesting a right crosswind departure with Quebec.
Helicopter 4790 Sierra Hotel, Hayward Tower, roger, standby. Helicopter 479er Sierra Hotel, make right crosswind departure over the golf course, remain below 1,500 until east of 3 crosses. Taxiway Zulu B Meridian, clear for takeoff.
Taxiway Zulu, B Meridian, clear for takeoff. Right crosswind departure over the golf course approved. Remain under 1,500 until east of 3 crosses. 479er Sierra Hotel, thank you.
Hayward Tower, November 9er, 5429er, just past Oakland Airport, above 580. Landing full stop with Quebec.
So 9er 5429er, Hayward Tower, make right traffic
right
for
for
runway
left
28
turn.
right, report established in the downwind.
Alright, lights out, public green, green.
Right traffic, can you say it again, the reporting point, 95429er.
So 14er, just report established in the downwind.
Don't pull power yet.
Established in downwind, 95429er.
Don't pull power yet. 40 knots. Yeah, don't do it yet. There you go. At 40 knots, pull power.
I'm going to avoid the jet on the ground there.
Yep, you're good.
58 Victor, number 1, runway 28 left.
You can pull more power than that.
Runway 28
There you
left,
go.
clear for the option, 58 Victor.
Why do you say over the golf course? They don't normally say that. Did you say it on
sometimes
purpose or?
No, yeah, sometimes they say over the golf course.
Okay, alright, clear left,
For whatever reason.
center, right,
And
we're over the golf course.
Cessna 14er, you can continue in the downwind at this time.
Continue downwind, 95429er.
I'm sure he's got his reasons. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's...
We just fly the things.
I don't want you over the hangar or something on it.
We just fly the things.
Okay.
Do what we're told.
Helicopter 9er Sierra Hotel, traffic at your 11 moving to your 12 o'clock, 1.5 miles of Cessna, 600 feet westbound, or correction, eastbound.
Look at your traffic, 4700 Sierra Hotel, thank you.
And helicopter 9er Sierra Hotel, that traffic
Got it.
now ahead to your left 600 feet. They're in the extended downwind for 28 right.
Traffic inside, 4700 Sierra Hotel, thank you.
Helicopter 9er Sierra Hotel, maintain visual separation past 9 that traffic.
Maintain your visual separation, 4700 Sierra Hotel. Should I go that way? Yeah.
Cessna 14er, traffic off the
That should be good.
Helicopter has in sight, maintain visual separation. You're number 1, runway 28 right, clear to land.
That's good.
Runway 28 right, clear to land, traffic excited, 95429er.
Grumman 183, contact ground point 4, have a good day.
Over to ground point 4, Grumman 813.
And Hayward Tower, Skyhawk 67849 with 30,000 feet, 586.80. Inbound for London, runway 28 right, information, Quebec.
Cessna 67849er, Hayward Tower, enter right base for runway 28 right.
Alright, I'm at
report Cal
700 feet right now.
Enter right base for
The engine
runway
goes.
28 right, report car.
Am I going to try? Am I going for some of these little fields here, or am I going for a road?
I would choose a field over a road first.
But I'm going to have to turn.
So?
Alright, well, it's 4 knots. That's not too bad.
4 knots isn't terrible.
Okay, so what could I make? Can I make that field by the freeway? No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
If you did maximum glide distance, you might make it. But probably not.
Alright.
This area right here is really tough.
Okay. He's unlikely to say engine failure right now.
Probably not within the Delta. They really don't appreciate when you do that within the Delta airspace.
Okay.
You know, you might get away with one, but chances are.
He's probably not going to do that.
He might. I mean, I think Ken did it to, you know, to one of the candidates or one of the during one of his exams within, but it was just a one-time thing, you know. So yeah, you know, when we're going up these things, it really is kind of choose your path wisely, right?
Yeah. So what does that mean? So should I stay like a beam, maybe that field right there, so that I could do like a 180 into that?
You can follow this road,
Okay.
because you kind of start to run out of places to land. You know, you got a parking lot there, which with wires all around it.
Yeah.
Right. You got a road right there. It's a busy road. You got a park. There's no kids on it right now.
Light poles.
But that's why, you know, then the next thing is what? Altitude, right? Because altitude is going to give you more time to find a place to land.
Right. So I'm good for at least 1,500 right now. So I should climb up.
But then on the other hand, it's just like what you're doing right now. You're demonstrating that you are scanning to see what's around you, right? So you should always have an idea. So that way you don't really have to, you know, if something were to happen, you shouldn't really be, you know, in that moment being like, oh gosh, where am I going to land? It's like, hey, I already saw a spot. I've got an idea, you know.
Helicopter 9 Sierra Hotel, traffic enters 12 o'clock, 2.5 miles southbound as a Cessna 2400 on 580 inbound Hayward.
Leeward traffic 4790.
1400 right Delta, contact ground point 4.
Driver, a little past Delta, we'll make that call, 951400.
So 1400 roger. Cessna 58 Victor number 1, runway 2 left, clear for the option.
No, that's not it.
Number 1, no,
Watch your airspeed.
left, clear for the option, 58 Victor.
Cessna 849er traffic at your...
Watch your airspeed.
Moving to your 1 o'clock, 2.5 miles, 1,200 northbound helicopter.
849, I will be looking for that traffic.
Okay, keep your climb going here. Remember, the hills are rising to us, so we need to make sure that we keep that. Because right now, where would you go up your power field? Got a bunch of wires right there. You ain't going there.
I got nothing except, well, I should probably look down, even though there's a field right there.
Sierra Hotel, that
Go.
traffic
12 o'clock.
off your right-hand side, sitting on 1,900.
Did he call me?
9 Sierra Hotel has traffic in sight.
Copy 9 Sierra Hotel, for your change for you, have a good flight.
Frequency change approved. 4790, thank you.
Attention all aircraft information, Romeo current wind 2605, Hayward altitude 2993.
Okay, well, I see a field there, but the wires are right above it. Okay, and then I've got trees there. I'll get that field there.
That field's sloped.
Which one? That one?
That big one.
Okay. What would you do? Go for this?
Not the whole thing.
Would
sloped,
you go for that?
I could make that.
Okay, well, what can I make?
That's what I'm saying. Is you got to take a look and think, like, what could you make, right?
I don't really see anything that I just, like...
There's plenty of stuff right behind us.
Great for, okay, so I got to turn around.
849.
So it'd be good to say,
Absolutely.
well, it'd be good to have some more altitude then, Rick.
Yeah, would be good to have more altitude.
If you had to turn around, it'd be better to be at 2,000 feet.
Moving to your 9 o'clock, 3 to 9 o'clock above your 2,500.
Okay, so how about that down there? Can I make that?
Potentially.
Got you. What about this side? What about...
This is all kind of going along with, like, choose your path, right? The higher you are, you know, when you're over gross terrain like this, the higher you are, the safer it is. You know, it makes it like, okay, yeah, we can pass over that because I've got, you know, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet that I can get away and I can land on, you know, land on something flat.
730 Zulu Kilo, inbound with Untitled Word, back Oakland, negative 80.
So 732 Zulu Kilo, Hayward
there's
Tower.
there.
Where's your wind coming from?
Traffic for runway 28 left.
It's coming from
We'll call your base
behind
flight.
me.
Okay.
So
So I'm going to have to do a turn.
And how do you know it's coming from behind you? Does it come from directly behind you? Like the southwest?
No, it's coming from west. 26.
Okay, how do you know?
Oh, I don't know from right now. That's from the HADIS.
Okay.
So I don't know local.
Okay. Well, how can you tell? How can you find out?
Well, okay, I'd say I'm going 60 and I'm ground speed 62, so I got a tailwind.
Do you have a tailwind?
I have a tailwind, so I'm at 60, it says 64.
Okay, why don't you try turning a little bit and see if maybe we got maybe we have kind of a quartering tailwind pushing us a little bit. Maybe there's some direction that's actually a little bit more of a wind. You know, just play with it, kind of figure it out. So, because right now you're showing 50, 55, 57 maybe, 59. And we can do all this stuff while you're looking for your spot, right? While you're doing your high recons.
Runway 28 left, check 58.
Ooh, look at that. Our wind just, that's a northerly wind right there.
2 or 3 mile right base for traffic inbound from the south.
5.
Okay, we're gonna extend
Okay,
down.
so how come it's, I'm going like 65 and it says ground speed 70?
That means you got a tailwind right now.
Okay, so now I'm confused.
Hold this exactly how you're holding it, and let's keep going. So now we're starting to slow down, so we're now getting into a headwind here. Keep it at 65. There's 69. Hold your wind stable.
Chopper 5, traffic just out of you is left base for 28 left Cessna. Additional traffic extending right down and to pass behind you is another Cessna. Taxiway Alpha Beam Hangar 3, clear to land.
Alright, looking for both. What was the position on the second one, Chopper 5?
Okay, so
Just letting you know
what are we learning here?
Extending right downwind for you.
I don't know, I'm confused.
Chopper 5.
Okay, so now...
There's not really much wind.
Yeah, okay.
Is what you're learning.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really change anywhere.
So you don't see a big difference.
Yeah. 2, 3, yeah. That's pretty negligible, right?
Traffic short final for the option 28 left.
I have been signed, Chopper 5.
Okay, so even though, so since the wind is not that strong, then I'm going to say, okay, well, I might as well go along this ridge because if I have an engine failure, I can sort of land on the ridge.
Yes,
I'll be a little
but
downwind.
where did you see the biggest increase in your airspeed? The biggest increase in airspeed was actually when you headed south. So that means that you got a little bit of a wind coming from the north. The funny thing is that the wind when you get over here, it actually starts to come from the north.
Oh.
Over there on the coast where we are, it comes from the west. Over here, it doesn't come from the north.
Because of the ridges, because of the mountains.
Oh, yeah, the terrain.
Right at Echo Ground Point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right at Echo and ground 1.4.
I mean, it's kind of funneling it down.
Yeah.
4 minutes to Hayward Tower. You can proceed on 28 right for bird removal.
4 minutes to proceeding on 28 right for bird removal.
Actually, I wasn't paying attention if I was in trim. Because if I was off, if I wasn't in trim, then my airspeed's not going to be right.
Yeah, your trim was fine.
Oh, was it?
I mean, I'm sure you'll go back to video review, but I'm pretty sure your trim was fine because I kept looking out for birds.
Pull up to hold short from my 28 left Alpha.
28 left, Alpha, please left, 1. Okay. Chopper 5, please confirm we are cleared to land.
Just keep going this direction, kind of look for the spots, but yeah, follow your ridge line.
Okay.
Roger, you can cross Taxiway Alpha back to the zipper lane if you'd like.
Okay, you see that hill in the distance there? There's like 2 trees and there's an opening between those 2 trees. It's a peak, it's a pinnacle. Straight ahead of us.
The opening between the 2 trees on the right or on the left?
Yeah, there's a 2 tree on the right.
Okay.
There's a tree that's kind of sticking out cockeyed like that. Put me in the left of that kind of cockeyed tree. On the flatter part.
The cockeyed tree.
Yeah. It's right off our 12 o'clock here.
So you're talking about the one on the right side? I just don't see the cockeyed tree, but...
Well, the tree's kind of growing out on the side.
Okay, on the top, yeah, the highest part.
Yes.
talking about this near one, not the far one, right? This
Yeah, this one right there.
Okay.
Engine out, engine out, engine out. Where we going?
Guess I'm going straight ahead.
Oh yeah? Where's your wind coming from?
Behind me.
Okay, watch your RPMs. You're gonna go into that golf course, let's recover. Okay. Don't forget to actually do your auto rotation. You lowered collective, you didn't roll off, and then you didn't follow the RPMs. So, let's go to climb back up and we'll try that spot. Okay, golf course is a good spot.
But I was downwind.
Yeah, it was downwind. So you had spots behind you. Okay. So be careful on that too, right? Because that's a situation where you got fixated on that spot.
Right. I was not looking at anything else.
But at least you made the decision to go away from the hill as opposed to try and find it. Do not overfly the cows, please. You see them?
Oh, okay.
You decided to turn left and away from the ridgeline instead of trying to find someplace on the ridgelines right there.
Oh.
So that's good because it's going to give you more time.
Lower, but
yeah, no, that was good.
I was high enough to like do a turn.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like there's a truck or something going up this ridge line here. So.
Truck. I don't see a truck.
It's on the road. And there's a cyclist there too. Maybe let's go pick something on that ridge instead. There's too much going on over here. Let's kind of keep that climb going here. So this is an interesting situation right here too, right? Yeah. Like we're climbing over this, we're kind of low.
Skyhawk 7
a little bit of an opening down there.
I got nowhere to go.
500, inbound full stop landing.
Okay, so you got to be careful about, these situations too, right?
Well,
so what would be the better way to
we could have probably stayed over that ridge and climbed over the ridge.
All right.
Because even right now, like we're going at the side of a hill, very low to the ground.
Enter
So
right base for runway 28 right and report Cal State.
All right.
Papa Victor.
So maybe it might be wise to.
all right, so do you see there's a kind of an opening down there on the hill? Looks like it's something dug out right there.
Yeah.
Might probably down there.
All right.
Watch that airspeed.
Cessna 58 Victor, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Runway 28 left, clear for the option, 58 left, 58 Victor.
Okay, so talk me through what you're doing.
Okay, so the wind is out of the north. Let's see, 65. I don't know what's going on with wind. The wind's like. All right, obstructions. I got the trees all around. There's some water boxes.
Kilo number 2, follow Cessna ahead of you, downwind, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Number 28 left on the go. Can we switch to 28 right?
Zulu Kilo, just verify your number 2. After the option, you can make right close traffic.
We're number 2 after the option for the safe and right traffic.
Power. I don't know if I want to do the power check while I'm doing my high recon. I probably do that when I come in for the kind of come down.
Hayward Tower.
And then the path in, path out. I'm gonna
right.
see what am I gonna do. Good question.
Copy 5064 Kilo, Hayward Tower, Roger. Stand by for traffic in the south pattern.
So So,
I guess
airspeed, we're going a little fast here. So remember, we want to be going between 50 and 60 knots. Ideally, probably about like, I learned them at 60. I know sometimes they're trained at 50.
So, all right, well, north. The wind's from the north, and I guess I'll come in from this.
The wind's pretty stagnant, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll come in from this side.
Okay.
So this would be I'd be turning the base like now.
Okay.
Okay, there's a fence coming up, and I'll just kind of come up that little trail. Okay, I'm gonna try my power check here.
Papa Victor, if you
Okay,
can
so at least 5 inches, so I think I'm fine.
traffic might depart prior to arrival. Runway 28 right, clear to land.
Runway 28 right.
And again, when you're doing that, try to make sure that you're level when you're doing it, not in a turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna turn. All right.
But you had like 8 inches. So.
Okay, so as far as my circle is concerned, I'm gonna just kind of go over this trail across the ridge, down the other ridge.
Okay.
On my way in.
And then what's your path out?
I'm going to go straight along the ridge. I'm just going to continue along the ridge. So the only bad part is right here.
Make a left downwind departure. Runway
Well,
28 right.
you got
But
plenty of
I think I could make that
Cessna, making right close traffic.
down there.
If you have a power failure right here, you got plenty of altitude. You know, you got bailout spots.
Affirmative.
Apparently sometimes we're going to create the gradient fuel.
Cessna, 58 Victor, runway
So the
28
tricky
left,
part
clear to
is it's not flat terrain, so I always get kind of messed up on the what my altitude is really.
Well, you're doing a steep approach, and this is where you got to use your eyeballs, right?
So I'm really steep. I feel like I'm really steep.
This is fine. You're doing fine.
Runway 28 right. Runway 28 right.
Stay in ETL. Keep pushing forward.
Number 2.
Keep pushing forward.
A very short final.
Transport number 2, following the Cessna final inside, 333 Zulu.
333 Zulu, runway 28 right.
Get over your spot where you want to land.
Right, Cessna inside, 333 Zulu.
Okay. It came a little hot there. Okay, so we got full power pulled, so let's go. Nope, don't sit down. Let's get out of here. Airspeed over altitude, right? So get that airspeed, get out of here. We want to get over all this gross stuff as quickly as possible, right? Now to turn out that way. There you go. And keep climbing here. Yeah, probably turn right, but that's okay. You're going 75. Let's slow down and get a climb going. That was good. We're pulling 23.5 with carb heat.
Yeah.
So that was good. All right, so you were doing fine there, and then right at the end, you kind of started, you just got a little, you almost stopped there for a second.
Yeah.
And the reason why I kind of got on the controls with you is because your descent rate was about 500 feet per minute.
I know.
And
I was way over.
we were almost out of ETL.
Way under, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I grabbed the control there. So other than that, you were doing fine up until you kind of did that. You know, everything was looking good.
But that was like really steep. I mean, that was really steep then.
It was a bit steep, but I mean, there was nothing unsafe about it until you essentially almost stopped, and then you had a 500 foot per minute descent rate. That's the point where it started potentially unsafe.
Okay.
Right. So, for that particular spot, I mean, that was it. Like I said, it was fine. And then you were also, for some reason, you were pulling to the right on the spot.
Yeah.
Not really totally sure. All right, why don't you put me down there?
Okay, next to the tree.
Yeah, kind of next to the trees over there.
Yeah.
Base flight 42,
all right.
Hayward Tower, make a left crossing below 1,000 foot shoreline, and runway straight left at Alpha, clear for takeoff.
Hey, there's some post or something sort of in the middle or gate.
Cessna 30 Kilo,
Right in the middle
runway straight
there,
right,
so-
clear for the option.
I'll avoid that. There's a tower down below.
Cessna 58 Victor, traffic departing prior to arrival, Cessna, runway 28
Don't forget to scan for birds, too.
Okay.
When you're looking, don't get fixated, you know.
Alright. No cows. No people, no trucks. Okay, let's see. Power check. I guess I only do power check once.
Yeah, you really need to do it once, unless you're going up higher. Sure you're in trim. Watch your airspeed. Stable descent, right? Okay, so you're looking for obstacles. Are there any other obstacles that you might have, did you catch them all?
The tree, I don't know, just the posts. Do you see something else?
There's some big, somewhat invisible ones directly below you right now.
No, I talked about the tower.
Did you mention the power lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're holding short of runway 28.
Yeah, I talked about the tower.
I missed it.
As I was trying to-
Command 840 Victor, Hayward Tower, out to stand by for arriving traffic.
40 Victor.
Okay.
Please contact ground.
2 Kilo,
Okay,
paramedic contact ground.
I guess it'd be better if I went over the ridge.
Takeoff 12,
Okay?
Hayward Tower,
While I'm doing my circle.
Base flight 42, frequency change approved.
Frequency approved, Beta 42, get in.
But I have rising terrain, so that's not going to help me too much, so.
Yeah, now your spot's way over there.
Yeah. So then what? Is that not necessary?
Yeah, no, not necessarily.
Okay.
Hayward Tower, path code 12 is on the localizer to
Okay, so what's your path in, your path out?
Takeoff 12,
Alright,
Hayward Tower,
so path
continue.
in, I'm going to go straight in, then
Continue
I'm going to go
path
straight out. Going west, I guess.
You're gonna go straight in? Where's your bailout spot
Well, I
if
mean,
you go
this-
straight?
Well, this way.
Yeah, you're gonna head westbound at it, basically?
Stanford 40 Victor, left
Yeah.
turn, runway straight
Okay.
left at Alpha, please take off.
What happens if your power fails?
Like,
And you're going straight at that thing?
okay, that might not be a good idea.
Takeoff 12, traffic departing prior to
Okay,
arrival,
so
runway
maybe
straight
I'll-
left, clear to land.
Clear to land, straight left, path code 12.
Well, I got those wires there, though.
Send down, run
Okay.
out, call your base,
So-
final follow, citation, 3.5 mile final.
Just turn in front of the wires? I don't know.
Oh, what's your wind direction?
Direction is...
It's pretty mellow, right? We really
Yeah.
don't have a lot of wind.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what's the safest? I mean, I don't want to go up the side of that. I don't really want to go up the side of the mountain.
You really don't want to go at the mountain either.
Yeah,
Hayward Tower, helicopter alcohol.
Right.
With you,
Like, I mean, if we go right now, if we go at it,
like I could
that's
do
not
like,
so bad, but right there in that green spot,
Alpha 1 Hayward Tower,
that's gonna be a little rough, right?
I mean, I guess I could kind of be doing like a circling approach down.
Forward, roger that.
I guess that's
I
what
mean, it's all a circling approach, really.
800.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is, obviously it's too high, we can't hit that, right? Okay, so what's another way we could do it?
Well, I don't know. Do I want to come down from the
Cessna
top
58
here?
Victor traffic to follow 11 o'clock, 1 mile.
Do that.
Final citation 900 descending.
Oscar, did you?
There is a side fire Victor.
Cessna 58 Victor number 2 follow citation, runway 28.
I mean, we have options. We have a lot of, because the wind condition right now, we have options. If the wind was blowing from a certain direction, then that would kind of change our options up a little bit, depending on how strong the wind is, right?
Yeah.
But what if you kind of came in this way?
Like this way?
Come in down the valley, come in kind of high and do a steep approach.
Hayward Tower.
Or you can even come in this way, like this.
Like this way?
Yeah, this way. But come in on the side.
Oh, okay.
Because now if we have a power failure, we can dip out. We can turn right down there in those fields.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You don't have to go straight once in a while. Yeah, no, we don't have to go straight as our bailout. There's all that down there, right? So it's all very dependent on the terrain. Because we're aware of those power lines, right?
Yeah.
And so this right here, we're about to make a circle over the side of a ridge again.
This is not good.
No, we don't like this.
5328, make a right cross on departure. East crosses below 1,500, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
But in a situation like this, when we're over these ridges, we have all that downhill. You know, take advantage of that down. Just like when we were on that ridge and I gave you that power failure, you turned to go downhill, which is great, because you're going to have more time. All right?
NorCal approach, have a safe flight.
Go to NorCal.
All right, so maybe we would be
Right here, yeah, you can,
above the ridge, and then if I'd have to go down.
Echo 12, roger right at Foxtrot, hold short, runway 28 right.
I'd have to try to hit that spot down there, way down there, which has got a fence right in the middle.
or there's all that stuff over there.
Oh, okay, I have enough altitude for that?
Well, not from right here, but you need to go to your spot, right? So start flying towards your spot there. All right, start turning in, because right now you're pointing at the side of a hill. Okay. And so now start doing your approach, which is, it should be a steep approach. This shouldn't be a normal approach. This should be a steep approach to your spot.
Contact ground plane 4.
Okay. And again, we're kind of going to the side of a mountain right now, so kind of go up a little bit that way. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Bring it back. Okay. And we're coming in here like this. Now, if I have a power failure at this point in time, I'm with you on the controls. I'm not doing all of it, but I'm with you on the controls. If I have a power failure, I dip off. 45-degree turn.
Okay.
Okay. This whole time, 45-degree turn.
Cessna 879 Hotel.
I'm aiming there, but right now, I'm coming down.
Austin.
Okay, I can still turn off. I still got plenty of altitude that I can turn off. I can still dip out if I had to. Okay, now I can just go ahead and kind of sidestep over here.
Left-hand turn, toll plaza for exact left.
Because now I've got my flat spot, right? I can make it here.
Cessna 879.
And now you kind of find your flat spot where I want to land.
Moving to your 1 o'clock, 3 miles, turning westbound towards the toll plaza. Stop 9 1,500 indicated. Altitude.
All right. Good. So now how are we taking off out of here? We got power lines that way. You got to be very careful. You can come to the edge and check it out, but I would be very careful about that. I'd probably go that way.
Okay.
Considering our winds.
All right, so since we knew where there were spots underneath.
There's cows there, so be careful with that. I didn't see them before.
Okay, so we're probably just going to go this way.
Yeah, go that way. The cows are hanging out in the shade over there. Didn't see them. And this is airspeed over altitude, right? And this is always the fun takeoffs anyways. I love these takeoffs. Okay, so let's go out that way a little bit. Takeoff speed, so you don't need to go past 60. 60 knots. Pull some power so we can climb. There we go. So you see? So all that kind of opened up all this other stuff for us.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the thing, is that when we're looking at these different spots, right, and how we're going to approach, I think last time we flew, we kind of did that, right?
Yeah.
Where we kind of did
like all the paths. Yeah, you're like.
I took controls and I just.
Yeah, you said, okay, pick all the paths.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, okay, which is the best one?
Right. Because remember, there's 360 degrees. I can come in any direction.
Right.
You just got to figure out what makes the most sense. And as you're seeing with a lot of these spots, like what makes the most sense isn't always the most obvious, right?
Right.
All right, where we at?
Hotel Zulu, you can make it straight and down. You're going to be number 2 following Cessna train space, runway.
All right, so let's see. see the 48 kind of low. What's happening with the wind?
Looking for the other traffic. That's Hotel Zulu.
60, not much wind.
Yeah, there's really not much wind.
Not much
Hotel
direction.
Zulu is at
I'm gonna say it's pretty calm then. So meaning that then I don't really have to turn if I have engine fit.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, 1500. What's that? Is that a golf course? Must be. It's got. Where else would they put palm trees?
All right, why don't we kind of start heading back a little bit here?
All right.
And watch that airspeed. We want to maintain that airspeed as we make our turns, all right? The steeper your turn, the more power that you require for that airspeed.
All right, so you have to pull power when you're in the turn.
Especially the steeper ones, you're going to need to pull a lot of power. But typically, as you start making a turn, if it's a little gentle turn, standard rate turn, you need a little bit of power. But yeah, the steeper turns, definitely pull it.
28, currently at 1,200.
Number 18, correction 166, Charlie Sierra, Hayward Tower, roger, make right traffic for runway 28 left, I'll call your base.
Right traffic, runway 28 left, you'll call base. 6 Charlie Sierra.
These hills are really pretty on the green.
Yeah. Okay, so 7, 8. Okay, so I don't think there's that much wind. So if I had engine fail right now, I won't get dinged if I just go slant straight ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay, there's late.
Then you're going to get what you're going to get dinged on. This is really pretty property, by the way, right here.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if the houses, the buildings were a little nicer, but what you will get dinged on, though, because there's no wind and you don't have to make a turn, is your spot decision.
November 58 Victor,
Okay.
stand down and I'll call you.
All right, so this is all slightly sloped here. There's cows over there. Now, I guess I would want to go, I don't know where I want to go. I want to go, there's power line there. I don't know, would you go that way?
Yeah.
And then right around the road here, it's fairly flat. Until I drop off
You can make a right cross on departure, remain east of 3 crosses, below 1,500 if able. Runway 28 left.
Yeah, the roads out here in the hills you always got to be careful with because you'll find that, you know, like if you look at that right down there on the side of the hill, it's like, oh yeah, there's a road, but
it ain't flat.
Yeah, you're not going to land on that. I mean, you could try, but you're going to end up tumbling down the hill.
Okay, so there's that field there, there's that field there. Although, like, I'm gonna be like way long, so I'm gonna have to like circle or something, right? I'm too high.
Well, it all depends. Depends on what you're gonna shoot for.
Base turn approved, runway 28 left, clear for the option traffic. Got behind him to your left and a right down and extending Cessna 800.
I don't know, what would you shoot for?
I don't know, engine out, engine out, engine out.
Runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Well, let's try the...
Cessna 6 Charlie Sierra, traffic to follow is just off your right now, turning left base Cessna 600.
Traffic at sight, 6 Charlie Sierra.
6 Charlie Sierra, roger, you can, base turn is at your discretion, you're number 2 following them, runway 28 left, clear for the option, then make left close traffic.
Where are you going?
Find that field right there.
Okay. Are you gonna make it?
No.
Okay, recover.
So what could I have done better?
You could have added a slip in there.
Or extended.
Here, let's turn this way.
So I don't have really good judgment on the height thing.
Okay, you got flight controls?
I have control.
You got them. I thought you were going to actually go out to this baseball field.
Well, that would have been better.
Yeah, because you had that baseball field over there.
Well, I was looking at both.
Or I thought you were going to go out to the other field.
Or I mean, like, just do a turn to that. But I was still too high for that, right?
Well, I mean, no, we could have potentially made it to that. The other place would have been that field if you crossed over the power lines. You had that big field there. And that would have been a nice long straight in. You could have done a slip. You could have played with your airspeed.
Airline 756 Whiskey Victor, Hayward Tower, roger. Stand by. It'll be a couple minutes for multiple arrivals.
Much better on that one, by the way. You actually entered the auto rotation fully.
So
good job on that.
700, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
The water looks disgusting.
28 left, clear to the option, traffic is tight, set that 9010 Zulu.
It would actually be good to do maybe some more of those kind of practice things.
What? Giving you engine outs?
Well, just, yeah, like I
in bad places?
Well, no, not bad places, but like, just to make the judgment like, oh, okay, at this altitude, I usually overshoot.
Well, and that's what we're doing. Oh, so advanced autos is what you're saying?
Well, no, I don't know. Well, I don't know. What? Okay, so that was a reasonable scenario, right? He could have said.
Well, what I gave you just now, because you were picking out all the spots that you could have landed, right?
Yeah.
So then you're like, which one would you pick? And I said, I gave you an engine out. I'm going to force you to pick one, right?
Oh.
Because, what's your airspeed here? Because the reality is that in real life, it doesn't give a damn where you are. Right. Your engine cuts out, your engine cuts out. You have all your spots picked out, pick one, and you better make it there, right? Because you got one shot. So that's why we're training those, because the more we do them, the more you're going to start picking the right spot. Because at least you picked a field, that was great, but then you're going to go long. Well, shoot, that's the issue. Because like when we go to the airport and you're doing a straight-in auto, your straight-in autos are fine. Yeah. Your 180 autos at the airport are fine. Yeah. It's out here where we're having the trouble.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried, because well, because I don't exactly know what the altitude is because we're in the hills.
Well, but that's exactly it.
You know, I mean, like at the airport, it's like, okay, I'm at 800 feet.
Exactly.
I know exactly where I'm at.
And that's why at the airport, though, we want you to hit a spot the size of Spot Charlie.
Yeah.
Right? And then an off airport, I just want you to make it to the field.
What do you do all these birds that are flying below me? Just don't worry. Just be aware of them, but
be aware. Yeah.
I don't have to do like evasive action.
I mean, if you want to get out there and tell them to move, then you can do that.
Well, it'd be nice if they would.
It's safer above the birds than below the birds.
Send down one off fire base.
Alright, you can go ahead and give them a call in if you like.
Hayward Tower, helicopter 4790 Hotel, 7 miles to the east at 900. We're testing inbound for Meridian.
Southeast.
I don't have the AIDA to the south.
Helicopter 4790 Hotel, Hayward Tower, roger. Enter a 3-mile final for Taxiway Zulu.
Enter 3-mile final for Taxiway Zulu. 4790 Hotel, thank you.
Alright, now where is the airport? It's over there somewhere. So, actually...
You have this cool thing called a GPS in front of you. Don't know if you heard of that thing yet.
No, but you know what would be really cool if I could... yeah. So, what am I looking at here?
Okay, don't let go of your control too long because this thing wants to fall. There you go.
Ahead of you, extending downwind.
Okay, so...
Cessna in front, 6 Charlie Sierra.
It's the view that you're in right now. Let's see your connection. There we go.
So should I go?
So hit back. Okay. And then you can hit map, you can hit nearest, you can hit en route charts.
No, that was on map.
Cessna 58 Victor, base and approved runway 28 left, clear for the option. Traffic will depart prior to arrival.
Sending base runway 28 left, clear for the option 58 Victor.
Niner Hotel Zulu, disregard.
There you go, hit activate.
Skyline 6 Whiskey Victor, traffic upwind, remaining in the south pattern to Cessna.
There you go, there's your line.
Crosswind departure, remain below 1,000 until past protection, until reaching the shoreline. Runway 28 left and off, and clear for takeoff.
Try this.
The takeoff to
There's a way to get out of that screen here. I'm just going to play with it real quick here.
Cessna 6 Charlie Sierra, number 2, following the Cessna, turning left base, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Number 2, 28 left, clear for the option, 6 Charlie Sierra.
Copy 9 Hotel, I need you to fly northbound to enter that 3 mile final traffic. You're opposite direction currently of the left downwind traffic for 28 left.
Turning northbound, 4790 Hotel.
Hotel Zulu would like a downwind departure.
9 Hotel Zulu, left downwind departure is approved. Remain below 1,000 until 92.
That's so lame.
Downwind departure approved and remain below 1,000 before 92. 9 Hotel Zulu, thank you.
When send me a radial. Send me a 0 radial. 360 radial.
No, 360 radial?
Yeah.
You want me to set it up for you?
Okay, well.
Go northbound. All she wanted you to do is set up so you're going northbound here so you enter a straight into
your base. Yeah, because I was like way off, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
That's a little bit easier to read. And then you can zoom in on that.
Oh.
Helicopter 9 Hotel, you can proceed inbound at your discretion. Taxiway Zulu, ready to take land. Use caution for traffic in the south side and 3 left shouldn't be a factor.
Caution for traffic, cleared for landing, Taxiway Zulu, 479.
Hayward Tower, Sarah, 773, Lima 10 miles northeast, with Romeo.
773 Lima Golf Hayward Tower, enter right base, runway 28 right, report reaching Cal State.
28 right, Cal State, 3 Lima Golf. Hayward Tower, Skag 52272, ready to rate 5, our departure. Straight line.
Cessna 52272 Hayward Tower, roger, hold for release.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know, I was just...
Whiskey Victor request frequency change.
6 Whiskey Victor, roger, traffic before you go 2 o'clock, about 3 miles southeast on towards St. Carlos as well. Cessna 1100 indicated, frequency change
I
approved.
think I'll concentrate on landing.
Yeah, let's concentrate on flying.
Cessna 9 Hotel Zulu, frequency change approved.
I think I should concentrate on...
Let's do an auto on it, a straight in auto when we get over here.
Would you rate cross departure to Charlie Airspace and Romeo?
Oh, by the way, nice job on that 360 in that auto.
Air 7 Hayward Tower.
I was thinking of extending it, like keep going
0314.
back so that I wouldn't overshoot, because I was thinking I was going to overshoot.
Alpha, clear for takeoff.
0314 on the go, Sky 7.
It was the, at the high altitude, you could have slowed down actually, because you had plenty of altitude to pick up the airspeed again, right? So you could have slowed down on the initial, like enter, figure out where you're going to go, right? Because you had options. Yeah. And then you made that right turn, and I thought immediately when you made that right turn, I thought you were going to go for that further field. So I was like, oh, that's a great setup, you know, you can do it. You had the altitude to clear the power lines and go over there. You know, you would have cleared the power lines by 400 feet.
Well, I was just thinking, like, well, what would happen if I had to get this spot right underneath me?
Holding a position is going to
and that's exactly it. Was you could have slowed down a bit, do that 360 that you did. The only thing that concerned me a little bit, which you were fine, you had plenty of space, was when you were going toward that hill is where you decided to kind of extend it. It's kind of like...
Yeah, and it's like, that's why I didn't extend it, because like, oh, but there's a hill here. Yeah. So maybe that's not such a great idea. All right, lights out top of the green, straight into green, fuel, full cut.
Let's extend straight into the hill.
Okay, it would probably be good if we didn't hit the hill.
Yeah. Land traffic in the south side and 2 Cessnas for the parallel.
28 right, clear to land. I'll look at the traffic. 3 Lima Golf, thank you.
Sky 7, contact Oakland Tower.
Go to Oakland, Sky 7.
4 Papa Foxtrot, I'll get you going after the Cessna off your left.
Roger, 4 Papa Foxtrot.
Hayward Tower, requesting left downwind to Palo Alto, 6 Charlie Sierra.
Cessna 6 Charlie Sierra, roger, left downwind departures approved, below 1,000 until 92.
Below 1,000 through 92, 6 Charlie Sierra.
Papa Foxtrot, traffic in the upwind is at IFX, that's my climbing out. You can make a left downwind departure below 1,000 until 92.
Yeah, I guess I could have entered a little later.
Yeah, a little bit.
Takeoff below 1,000 to clear of 92, 44 Papa Foxtrot.
So on that flare, you kind of hit a point and then you kind of stopped flaring. You kind of just held it right there, right? So you could have afforded to continue,
Keep going?
continue that flare. So that when we come down, you'll be a little bit closer to the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a little high.
It was a little high.
When I level.
272, contact departure, have a safe flight.
It wasn't terrible, but it was a little high.
Have a good flight, have a good day, Taxi 272.
I'm behind the...
5 Victor, can we come base?
5 Victor, base turn approved, runway 28 left, cleared for the option.
And you can put on either side of 290.
That's right. 5 Victor.
There's plenty of space on both sides.
And 6 Charlie Sierra, just verify your
flying
landing.
this again?
I think we're 290 next.
Hayward Tower, we're going to Palo Alto, 6 Charlie Sierra.
Charlie Sierra, Roger, you can contact Palo Alto Tower 186, yeah.
Contacting Palo Alto Tower 1186, 6 Charlie Sierra.
Three Lima Golf, right at Foxtrot, ground point 4.
Red Foxtrot, point 4, thank you, 3 Lima Golf.
Get those frictions on.
.54 Papa Foxtrot traffic, just ahead into...
And then make sure that car beats down and locked as well.
Cessna, with NorCal.
There you go.
Checking for traffic, 44 Papa Foxtrot.
What was I looking for here?
Yeah, what were you looking for there?
Oh, that's what I was looking for. So direct to, and then I can go...
Yeah, so that'll automatically pop up when you're like that.
Enter.
So remember, if you want a 360 radial, you actually want a 0.
Zero? No,
180.
So 180 radial would be a 360 course.
Yes.
So how come it didn't work? So... Okay. And then I would go...
And then you activate it.
Activate, then menu.
Nope, then you go back.
Go back.
Return. Back. There you go.
And then, okay, so it's off like this. I'm gonna just line it up and then turn in the direction of
Yep.
it.
Yep. And then you can also hit, if you're on this screen, you can just hit course.
Oh, this?
Yep. You can change it that way too. Yes. Hit yes. There you go. You can put it in there too.
Okay, so hold on. So if I was
your OBS, your omnidirectional bearing selector. That's what OBS stands for.
let's say I'm there and I go to menu. No, it's not menu.
It's never menu.
Yeah, it's never menu.
You think it's
because
gonna be
I go
menu.
back, then I go.
Roll it down. There you go. Your checklist. Okay, what was your thing? What were you saying?
Hayward Tower, November 757 Juliet Delta, holding short off of Bravo, requesting a right crosswind departure east of 3 crosses below 1500.
Cessna 757 Juliet Delta, Hayward Tower, right crosswind departure approved, runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff, 7 Juliet Delta.
I was just seeing where I go from